Tonight is going to be one of those nights that you seriously just kind of have to, you can kind of take it with a grain of salt. We're doing this series called Untouchables. We're all talking about things that we feel like nobody talks about, that you don't hear anything about. We talked about self-image, we talked about depression, and tonight we're talking about pornography. Pornography is one of those things that's kind of snuck into the forefront of our culture. A long time ago, it used to be one of those things that people talked about and giggled about in private, and it was something that nobody would dare say that they ever saw or they ever did. The pornography industry was like little tiny books like this big that you can hide in other books, so nobody would know that you had a pornography magazine. And this was like in the way back in the day, like in the 70s. That was pretty cool. Not the 70s. I was just joking. It was an old joke. I apologize. I had to take it right turn. Like way back in like the 1800s, it was something that was hush hush and quiet. And if you had pornography on you, man, they would take you down to the courthouse, and it was like, dude, this is a big deal. This guy's looking at nude pictures, and like it would be like all over town, and you would just be in disgrace. They would cut your thumbs off. They wouldn't do that. I just made that up. But it was something that was a really big deal in culture. Now it's moved from being this little underground thing that nobody talked about to a multi-billion-dollar industry in today's society. $56 billion a year is profited and made by the pornography industry. And that is the bottom line. That's where we're going to start our talk. $56 billion. That is why we have pornography, because you can make money on it. And you can make money on it because people buy it. That's why it exists. The next statistic is there are $13 billion in the United States. Billion dollars was made this past year in the pornography industry in the United States. $13 billion. For that same amount of money, for $13 billion, you can take care of world hunger and health care. $13 billion. The whole world eats. The whole world goes to the doctor. $13 billion. That's how much Americans, that's how much we spend on pornography. When you think about it that way, it is amazing. It's amazing that we spend that much money on something that is so taboo. That means that a lot of people are doing it. That a lot of people are locked into pornography. And it comes with this touchy subject because there's certain things that go along with pornography, the big pornography debate, if there ever was one. One of the things that is kind of debated is that whether or not it's harmful or whether it's a bad thing. One of the other things that's debated is if it's your choice, you should be able to do whatever you want to do and not worry about it. Who cares what your neighbor says? You can do what you want to. It's your life. One of the other things that comes up when you're talking about pornography is masturbation. And it's one of those things that because it's one of those nervous things, I'm seriously surprised we have so many people here tonight. Because it's one of those subjects that most people shy away from. Man, I was looking up like medical journals today, and there was like a lot of different points of view about masturbation. Some people said that it was a bad idea, that it could lead to certain things and bad health problems, and some people said that it was your personal choice, and that if you did it, that's okay. Some people said you should do it every day. Some people said that if you feel guilty about it, if you do it and you feel guilty about it, we have pills for that. If you're addicted to pornography, if you're having problems with masturbation, you feel bad about it, feel guilty, just we'll fill out a prescription and we'll wipe that out for you. So there's a lot of things, a lot of conspiracy and a lot of intrigue that surround the subject. And it's something